Hey guys, so we're going to do some analysis of what's taking place in Jamaica right now and why leadership matters in Jamaica. Why it is important that persons get involved in the democratic process and exercise their franchise. And persons not only sell their vote for a $500 curry goat, um, a $5,000 voucher, but when we exercise our franchise, we do it with purpose, we do it meaningfully, and we do it so that it benefits not only us, but the future generation to come. I'm going to go way back, way back, before I was even born, before my mother even knew my father, in the early 70s and 80s. Late 70s, early 80s, yeah, 70s, 80s. When Michael Manley, in particular, Michael Manley, because I believe Michael Manley was a very destructive leader to Jamaica, very destructive, and that is where it all started. When Michael Manley used to just walk around and capture land and just give to people anywhere, or encourage citizens to go anywhere they see fit and put up dwellings and just no form of structure in development and community, they would just go anywhere. A prime example of that, and the poster boy or the poster child of that mismanagement and reckless encouragement from a political leader is the parish of Westmoreland. You know why the devastation is so great in Westmoreland? It is so great because no proper planning and thought was put in the parish of Westmoreland. When it comes to residential dwelling and settings, persons can live up their house in Westmoreland and carry it on a truck or a trailer. 90% of the dwellings in Westmoreland is board in 2025. The parish of Westmoreland had a water minister, a housing minister, a tourism minister, an agriculture minister, and most importantly, a prime minister. And there have been no significant development in the parish of Westmoreland outside of the tourism industry. Isn't that appealing and appalling? When you look at the hurricane relief and you see that the persons who are crying and they're deprived and they're suffering and they're hungry is the parish of Westmoreland. The unruliness and the lawlessness is the parish of Westmoreland. The people in Westmoreland are so politically motivated that they would denounce and vote out Danny Lawrence, who born and grew among them, for voting Dayton Campbell because he bring allegedly money come buy out them vote down there in a Westmoreland. So they were only thinking for a moment. Dayton Campbell, who had to run away from his hometown in St. Anne because his own people rejected him, could go into Westmoreland and manipulate the people to vote for him because them are PNP. He didn't even campaign. I would like somebody to bring one video of Dayton Campbell campaigning in Westmoreland. Currently, Dayton Campbell doesn't know the ins and outs of that constituency, and that is why aid is so slow in reaching the people, because the MP, who should be leading the charge, does not know the constituency. All the persons in Westmoreland now who are elected MPs are failed rejects, failed politicians who did not carry out their mandate in other parts of the country, in other constituencies, in other parishes, and the people rejected them. But because they know how brainwashed and deprived the people of Westmoreland are for a little savior, they come in with their money and their promises, and the people switch so quick. And when I say the people of Westmoreland are depraved and deprived, I'm not going to hold back. It's just the truth. So if anybody want to take offense to it, oh, it's just the truth. They bask in being poor. They use it as a badge of honor. They use the word poor as a quote. They wear it proudly. Dayton Campbell, while campaigning, said that when he goes to some of these people's house and look up in the ceiling, he's seeing the sun, the star, the moon. And these are dedicated members or people who vote for the People's National Party for over 30 and 40 years. A lot of these people have Stockholm syndrome. That when you're trying to improve their quality of life and their standard of living, them curse you and fight because they want to go back into the poverty because they always want somebody to come and save them. They always want to be, oh, the poor old lady, the poor boy, the poor girl, the poor man, the poor woman. So politicians always have to come and save me. All of the boy them in Westmoreland used to escape on the toll. And the girl them used to wear 40-inch bust down. You never safe in a rainy day. You not have that even $10. Mind you, we know the struggles, and enough of we in Jamaica will go from paycheck to paycheck and all of that. We know all of that. But good God, man, nothing at all. For helping yourself, it's just always depending on the politician. The politician. Look at Dayton Campbell, Ian Hills, Dwayne Vaz. They don't make no sense as political representative. All they do is walk around and cry and complain. I've yet to see one of them do anything constructive for the people of their constituency. I just be a complaining. Me not see them and do nothing. These people who vote for them don't even understand the political process. I'm feel like say if you're supposed to do an aptitude test, and if you can't pass the aptitude test, you're not supposed to be allowed to vote. If you don't know who is the first Prime Minister of Jamaica, if you don't know who she will gain independence, if you don't know how much national heroes and heroines Jamaica have, the national fruits and tree and the emblems, you're not supposed to be allowed to vote. If you don't know the three arms of government, you're not supposed to be allowed to vote. If you don't know the difference between local government and central government, you're not supposed to be allowed to vote. And then they have a set of people in Jamaica who may not vote, but for them out of the loudest. And them have the most to say at all times. And if you don't vote, in my humblest opinion, you don't have a say. So regardless of the people who vote, who don't understand the process, they have more say than you because them go out and vote, even though they don't really understand or know why they are voting. But you who should know why you are voting and understand the process, you just, oh, man, I vote because all them are the same thing, I don't vote. It don't make no sense. And then you have some wicked, evil people in a society like Dion Jackson Miller. You have some wicked, evil people in our society like Dion Jackson Miller, who is playing politics with people's life. Dion Jackson Miller is still upset that Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister today. Because I just saw a video of Dion Jackson Miller talking about we have to watch the bag and save the money from the the 2-foot puss them, and she have gone and she has shout on top of her voice. And she have gone with herself. And talking about zinc scandal after Hurricane Gilbert. Dion Jackson Miller, tell the people that it was a PNP who was in power when that zinc scandal happened in Jamaica. And a lot of those persons are still in the PNP today. Still affiliates of the PNP today. So when I come talk about scandal, let the people know that it was under the PNP's administration when 95% of the scandals them took place in Jamaica. But you don't remember that part there. Dion Jackson Miller. You are not going to remember that part, that it was under the PNP that zinc scandal took place. Hmm? You can only talk and say, oh, Andrew Holness, but you can't provide no proof. You just talk out of hatred and bad mind. Dean Jackson Media wanted to be the press secretary for the Prime Minister. You are not qualified for the job. You are not going to get the job. Let it go. Junior Counsel Dean Jackson Miller, you wanted to be the DPP of Jamaica. You are not qualified for the job, Junior Counsel, and you're not going to get it. So let it go. When you look at companies like the RJR Communication Group, who for this quarter recorded 96 billion, not billion, sorry, $1 million loss, $96 million loss. By the end of the next quarter, they also go bankrupt and have to shut down because the RJR Communication Group turned into one big political party. They're not about journalism in Jamaica. Administration of the Andrew Holness. And them see what I get them. All these self-righteous people in society, we're not just hypocrite. We're not hypocrite and still a tread along party lines. I want to upset that the PNP is not the one at the you see the first thing Mark Golding come ask at $50 million. Well, Mark Golding doing $50 million. Speaking of Mark Golding, where is Mark Golding? Mark Golding is MIA. From him going to Westmoreland with him 10 minutes of fame, him missing in action. Mark Golding missing in action. From getting 10 minutes of fame in Westmoreland. South St. Andrew don't need not even $1 million because it was in South St. Andrew that the people them are wind up and go on with themselves. You know, the middle of the hurricane. So not them don't need not even $1 million down there. It was in the same South St. Andrew that a young man lost his life last year in Beryl because of their disobedience. And the member of parliament not even would have come tell them, say, listen, do the right thing, obey rules and order. Gonna feel like an Andrew Holness at earth. And him go jump in a gully and him lose his life. I don't even think Mark Golding got him funeral. I don't even think Mark Golding got that young man's funeral. But Mark Golding want $10 million. To do what? Mark Golding got invest in low income housing at the Bahamas. When you hear Mark Golding say to him company, them got invest in some low income housing the people of Westmoreland, so them can upgrade them standard of living. When you hear that from Mark Golding have a company where import food items into Jamaica. When you hear him bring a container of food go down to Westmoreland, these are the people where them claim that them care about Jamaica. But do they really care about Jamaican and Jamaican people? Let's break it down, man. Nikisha Bertha was voted in because she walked around with her in her back out a door and memorized the local 300 people them will vote for her over Omar Davis. She don't have a clue of what she's doing. She don't have a clue. Side piece number one have a clue of what she's doing. And that's the truth. And then these people want to talk up. All of a sudden, everybody in Jamaica are expert. Them a financial analyst. Them a manager. Them a HR consultant. And they don't know nothing. Come on, if you go in. But if you go call up Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Ian Ayers, Nikisha Burchell, Jess, Dwayne Vaz, Angela Brownberg, who come in the parliament and skin her teeth, like you think says a laughing matter. Philip Powell, who wrote to Fred Green and said, oh, they're not interested in being a part of no committee again. The same PNP who said them about transparency and them for the people and want to be involved. All of a sudden, they not care to be involved again in a business. Isaac Buchanan is starting a GoFundMe to help people. Oh, we know so the money where you get from the GoFundMe to help the people them. What accountability is going to monitor the funds generated from that GoFundMe? Una scammer. The People's National Party have GoFundMe. What accountability? Who is going to manage the books of the PNP to know that every cent collected on behalf of the hurricane victims go to the hurricane victims? Dean Jackson Miller, you know, see that? That political representative I use them own platform. I create GoFundMe and I collect money on behalf of hurricane victims. Who accounts for that money? And we know that that money is going where it's supposed to go. But if it go in the hands of the government, then we can track it. And if a dollar miss, we can track it. But how we track the funds going into the PNP? How do we track the funds going into Isaac Buchanan personal GoFundMe? These are the things we're supposed to talk about instead of out here and mislead people. But Moti Perkins is still we pay idiot go for you. Pay intellectual butos. It don't make no sense. Journalism as we know it in Jamaica is DEAD. These are the questions that I want to ask. How do we keep account of the money that is going to the PNP's personal account for hurricane victims? How do we keep account of the money that is going to Isaac Buchanan personal GoFundMe account for hurricane victims? How do we track it and how do we know that every cent is spent for the people of Jamaica? These are the questions that we should be asking. And these are the questions that we need answers to. Like yesterday. And for the dunce people, them are out there sit down and wait for government to come save them. Don't help on yourself. Sit down, roll over, and die. Do not get up and help on yourself and make a move. Because we don't know that the government is not obligated to help any citizen. The government obligation is to national infrastructure. School, hospital, roads, market, fire station. So the assistance that the government is giving you as an individual, thank God for it. Be grateful for it. Because you never must get it. If I want to do a business owner before the storm, want to do the business money. You never did have no savings, no nothing. If I want to keep run rabbit and all these things, no money not afford run rabbit nothing. If I only have the 2K, them a skate on the tool. No, nothing. The 40-inch bust down, the Fusion lash, the face beat. You never have no type of savings, nothing. So just tell we say it deplete on the help on say, but you just sit down them, you sit down by the help themselves. You all are using the children, get some dignity. You all are using the children and give them placard for go put up or them hungry. We're on pride as Jamaicans. Get back on the dignity and the morals. Just to go up on international TV for current things that people are sending the money now. You know, disgusting sort of people. You know, losing the morals and the values and the ways. And in ending my video, me I call out for Mark Bolin, Ian Ears, Dwayne Vaz, Dayton Campbell, Julika Jess, the Queen of the South, the other rest of the 28 stooges. We're going to Parliament to disobey rules and order and regulation and skin them teeth like them things says something funny. One thing me glad for, that the Jamaica Labour Party is at the helm of the steering wheel. Because I know say any of PNP and Mark Bolin around this country. Dog, drunk, or puss, cow, would a name with supper. Call upon the political representative. Ask them what they do with the funds they will allocate to them. A video when you get up on Andrew, you go and call upon Andrew. You go and call Andrew because you go see something. You soon know what time it is. Because you feel like say this aid and free food and all these free things are going to continue forever. We have a country to run. And an economy to get back up on its feet. So all who are wait for politicians to come cradle them and hug them and kiss them. You don't move on from one of them. Sit down in the dirty pile of clothes and the broke down house and everything. Don't move. Don't help on yourself and see where it get to them. Disgusting.